Alright, so what I'm going to do is I already did one video of Photoshop. I'm going to show you some other programs that you can use in order to create some other artwork besides Photoshop. I know obviously the school has Photoshop. That's the most common one that you'll see. It's definitely suggested, but if you don't have it at home, obviously it doesn't really work that well for you. So I'm just going to show you some other apps, some that are free and some that are cheap. And kind of go from there. So first I'll show you some free ones that I would suggest. There is, so I'm just gonna do this one now. I'm just gonna do the background again. Krita. So you just go to look up Krita. It's a free digital painting app. It's pretty awesome and it's very stellar. So it has a bunch of unique brushes here that you can use for all sorts of things. But what I'm going to do is something else. Another app that's actually kind of useful that I used to, if you can install it on the school's computers or at home. This is an old one, but it's called Ghost It. Ghost It. Not seeming to find it. Alright, let's alright. So I found it. Come on. Basically, it's called Ghost It. I don't know. I found it randomly on the internet once, and what it allows you to do is this. So, especially if you only have one monitor, I have two, but I just want to be able to see things. You can actually do this with anything. So, you double click on it, and you get this little icon here. Okay. Then what you can do is you can. So, I got this image here, right? And I want to use this as like a guide. I can click on this, or double click on it, and then when I click on this, the tab here, it'll now make that ghost. And watch, even when I'm in the foreground, it's still behind. I can still see it. It's still there. What it does is it ghosts it. And what's nice about this as well, and this is really crappy and you shouldn't do this, but you could do something like Netflix and have like a movie going on behind here. So let's say I wanted to watch more of this. Jim Gaffigan's kind of funny. I could actually double click on that and ghost it, and I can keep working while the movie's playing behind there. So that's actually another useful thing you may or may not want to use. I find it useful, but it's particularly good for this because I can put this image here and I don't have to worry about it slipping into the background, not being able to see it. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, so that's called Ghost It. There's other ones like that as well. I like Ghost It the most just because it'll do any window. There's ones that will specifically only do images. Alright, so I'm just going to make a new picture here. So, file, new, and 1600 by 1200, sure. And I will create. And let me see, good. Alright, so there's a bunch of different brushes, and there's different layers. So I have a layer already, good. So, I'm just going to use the one that I found is the most like a pencil, and that would be, where are you? This one. This one looks a bit like a pencil, so I'm going to use that one. Alright. And we're going to go kind of this like kind of brownish color. And then I can actually use this as a guide. And in fact, actually, I'm going to take this and make her bigger. Come on. Really? There we go. Make it a little bit bigger here. Like so. Alright, I'm going to go back here, and then I'm going to actually zoom out here. So just control minus. All the hotkeys are pretty much the same. Space bar, and so I'm just going to kind of put this roughly where that is, and we're going to call that our thing. All right. So yeah, so I can use my brackets to make it bigger and smaller. My pencil, you can see it changing up here. And I am just going to roughly sketch this in. All right. I'm gonna using this as a guide, but I'm not gonna totally stick to it. Alright. Just because I want to get this sort of. Okay. Ba ba ba. Great. And then I need to have. Should probably have this thing, and then usually there's that round part that holds the monitor. And we need this, and some sort of mouse. That should go behind there. And And I think that's all I'm going to do for this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just open this back up and exit out of that. So now that's gone, and I'm just going to use what I have here. But like I said, that ghost is really useful, so feel free to, oops, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, okay. Oh, you're just making me angry. Why are you not undo? There we go. Okay, so space bar, and we will zoom in. Alright, all of a sudden it doesn't seem to want to zoom in. Oh, that's dumb. Okay. Well, let's just... Alright, I'm not sure what's going on there. Where's my zoom? There we are. Okay. Alright. Good enough. And get as much screen real estate as we can. Alright, good. So that's a layer. So now what I'm going to do is I'll make a new one. Just hit the plus to make a new layer. And I'll take this one and I will leave it like that for now. Alright. Let's see. We'll take the opacity down actually. So that it's there as a guide, but it's not really. Okay, back to here. And then depending on the style you want to use, this thing has some really neat and unique brushes. So like for instance, if you like drawing, you know, you want to have like a half tone kind of thing. There's this cool brush, right? Which is kind of neat. You can see it kind of changes depending on what you have. There's this one. Alright, there's ones that are more like this. It's pretty cool. And then it has like normal brushes as well. So for this, I'm just going to do more of like kind of a painterly thing. I kind of like this one. I think this is the one. No, not that one. Let's see, is it this one? It's a little scratchy. Let's see, what do you look like? Alright, kind of like that. Alright, and I'm just going to make this bigger by using the brackets. Let's see. Good. Okay. I'm try using this. Alright, and so this will have that, I think, in kind of a cooler, that ugly neutral white here. And you can adjust some of these options as well. It's got basic smoothing on it. Alright. Good, so I'm just going to go ahead and paint this in. Alright. And then we'll get this a little bit darker, a little bit cooler. So on and so forth. And then put that here as well. And then I need this, so if I just hold Alt or Control, click in here, I can then sample that. So I'm just going to sample that to make this color for this top part. And then we are going to get a different color, a little bit lighter. So it's different than the one, but good. Alright. Fantabulous. And then we will make the table, we'll make it like a dark kind of this color. So I'm going to put that on another layer. Okay, and then we're just going to okay, I'm just going to take that and drop that below the other one. Come on. Yeah, there we go. So it's underneath the one. And then I also need a mouse. And that will actually go on the top here. So, and the mouse will be kind of the same color as everything else. Alright, and then I'm just going to make my brush smaller. And alright, so now what we're going to do is just paint this background layer. So I'm just going to turn these off and just paint this a general color. Use my paint bucket here, and we'll just do like kind of a cyan color. So boom, yay. All right. Good. Okay. So what I'm going to do is basically on each one of these, I'm just going to, oops, never mind. Oop. Okay. Which one is this? Oh, that's my pencil layer. That's why. Okay. And this one is that. All right. So, probably would do some variation here in as well. Might as well kind of do that, and then we'll grab some brushes here. So what I'm thinking of doing is something more or less along the lines of using these. So we're gonna go like that. And I need to use my brush. Okay. All right. Good. All right, and we'll go like that. All right. All right. And let's go ahead and do a darker version. Alright, and let's just go to the next layer above here. And give it kind of a weird look. Let's see. Kind of weird. Okay. Good. All right. We'll go to the mouse. Like so. All right, and that works. Okay. So then what I'm gonna do is, just because I'm trying different styles out here, we'll try. Let me see what's this one look like. Sure. Okay. And then I'm just gonna basically just use this to outline my That's kind of weird. Why is this so weak sauce? Back to this. Alright. Alright, so let's find something that's a little bit darker than that. Let's see this one. No, no. Oh, I know why. I'm an idiot. That was why. I was on the wrong thing there. Okay. There we go. Alright, good. Okay. Oops, not on the right layer there. This one above. Okay. And then the last one is basically just this mouse, and voila. Alright, so there's like a basic introduction. There's a lot of other tools and stuff in here, but just want you to see the program. You can try it, it's free. It's pretty cool. You can get some unique looks. It's definitely got, out of the other ones, this one's got the most interesting brushes I've seen.